I'm Ben, a Brit with big eyebrows, living and hoping to capture the very best of America, all through my lens. This 4th of July weekend, I'm travelling to the Outer Banks, a 200-mile long string of barrier islands off the coast of North Carolina. I'm going to give you a straight-up review of where I go and the best places to get some great photographs. This is a realistic, non-glorified version, so you'll see the highs, a solid 10 out of 10, and the lows, absolutely soaked. Unbelievable. I've waited for hours for that shot. No nonsense and no exaggerating for YouTube. Starting with a miserable early start. Good morning. It's 5:30 AM on the 4th of July. I lack that positivity that Americans seem to have, where they can wake up with a bright white smile on their face and like a breakfast burrito in tow. But I'm all prepared. I've got my Horizon mattress, which has transformed my car into a coffin on wheels. It should be a good time, the time I've woken up. First up, which is Emerald Isle. So with that, I'm going to get this mobile coffin on the go. I'll see you there. It's 8:35 in the morning and it's already pretty busy. Pretty bang average, but the first one is always a freebie. Just 15 miles up the road lies Atlantic Beach and a great opportunity to fly your drone. The Outer Banks is actually pretty hostile when it comes to drone flying, and rightfully so. Most of the Outer Banks is protected due to the abundance of wildlife that resides there, and more importantly, a high concentration of civilian and military airfields. It's not unusual to see military aircraft flying down the shoreline at low level. I recommend apps like Autopilot to make sure you stay on the right side of the law, but with a bit of careful planning, you can get shots like this. With the first charge complete, I was on my way to get my first ferry from Cedar Island. North Carolina puts on a variety of ferries, some being free and some costing around $15 for a normal sized car. Ferry timings are available online and I recommend reserving during the high season. Next up is Cedar Island, where we're going to catch our 2.5 hour ferry from Cedar Island to Ocracoke Island, which I'm really looking forward to because there's no chain restaurants on Ocracoke, there's no Starbucks, it's all family owned, family run businesses. So we're going to go and support some local business and check out the sites there. Ah, finally, the holiday begins. With that, we had arrived in Ocracoke. I had arrived in Ocracoke. I was the outlier in my car. Most people who stick around choose to get about using push bikes or golf carts. If you're spending any significant amount of time on the island, you can hire these for reasonable prices across the main town. And even with the overcast clouds that had rolled in, it still didn't struggle to impress. There's a few lighthouses scattered across the Outer Banks. The first one we're going to see is in Ocracoke town itself. Man, it's hot, it's muggy. We're going to head straight to the first restaurant that we find parking. Let's check it out. Lunch got delayed due to a parade celebrating the date July 4th. My English brain didn't recognise any significance of that day, but I was cheerful to see all these happy Americans making a day of it. It was pretty hot, so I went inside to enjoy a cup of tea. Please excuse the camera shake. I just couldn't believe I'd spent $26 for 2 tacos and refried beans in a polystyrene bowl. What the shuddering Alright, just eating at the Ocracoke Oyster Company. Good service, good staff, tacos were really good. There were a lot of flies though. This is the Hammock Hills Trail. It's only I think it's just under a mile. It's just a good opportunity to see a variety of landscape. There's plenty of nature, wildlife to see. Want to come, fly. You can see why lots of people are enticed to come to the Outer Banks on the 4th of July weekend. There's great beaches, great food, lots of history to see. But honestly, with the humidity that you get this time of year, I would honestly consider maybe coming in the spring or autumn. Because at this time of year, you can't be out for longer than 10 minutes without just dripping with sweat. It's a really wet, moist, sweaty experience. That is the Hammock Hills Nature Trail complete. It took me less than 20 minutes, it's just under a mile, and it's probably about as far as you want to go in this weather. Pretty dry, but watch out for insects. Bring bug spray, bring water, and watch out for cobwebs. An area that caught my eye was a tiny patch of land that's technically British soil. It's the final resting place of 4 Royal Navy sailors from HMS Bedfordshire, sunk by a German U-boat off North Carolina's coast in 1942. Locals built the coffins, held the funeral, and for decades cared for the site. Today, the US Coast Guard maintains it. I didn't expect this, and it made me happy. With my untrained eye unable to find any good photo opportunities, I decided to catch the free ferry to the next island, escaping the slow-moving, laid-back tribe of Ocracoke, armed with nothing but good vibes and polystyrene bowls. Just a few hours amongst them, yet their gentle respect at the cemetery left me feeling I owed them far more than my 20% tips. Now doing my best James Cameron impression on board the ferry, it was a race against time to get to land before sunset. Alright, we've got to Hatteras about half an hour before sunset. And I'm heading to a place called Kite Point, which I've heard is meant to be one of the best places to get the sunset. Just got the sun setting, and we've got this kite surfer just in the distance. I don't know if you can make him out. I'm hoping he goes in front of the sun. It should make some great photos. The traffic was horrendous getting here. I just wanted to get going as soon as possible. But anyway, let's do it. Great colours, great clouds, boring composition. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Right, this is the view that I'm looking at the moment, and there's not a great deal here. I was hoping to have like some land or something, or maybe some ships, something just to focus on, but I don't have that at the moment. Now what I'm going to try and do, if you can make it out, there's some birds just flying in the foreground, so I'm going to try and get some shots with those in. So I'm going to take this ND filter off and see if I can get a picture of one of these birds right in front of this sunset. That'd be wicked if I can. After the long exposures, I decided to see if I can get some birds. And it's like a scene from the movie Birds. It's like Angry Birds, 100 meters down the beach. But then I'm like, oh, I've probably got a minute left of the sunset. So I decided to stay put, hedge my bets, and then just by fluke, one bird comes through running late. So I line him up perfectly with the sun setting. I get it composed just how I want it. I press the button, 2-second timer starts from where I've just been taking the exposures beforehand. So those 2 seconds passed, and then lo and behold, I've missed that bird. So that was pretty disappointing. And then last minute, I got 2 photos which might be worthy. I'm 50-50. The first one is of 2 boats in the distance that just go through the sun as it's sat level on the horizon. And the second one is another bird, which I photographed, and the colours are exceptional. I'm a big fan of the colours. I'm at 1/125th of a second. 125th of a second. So, I don't know. I was hoping for like some sort of Grand Theft Auto sort of look with the sun setting and all the beautiful purple and pink and orange. I think I've just got a black blur in front of the sky. We'll wait and see. It's the beauty of it, isn't it? So much fun. Sometimes. Not tonight. Look, all the birds are out now. Where were you? Look at this. Look, they're doing like a fly past. They're literally everywhere. Wow, a disappointing end to day one. A big rush to get some photos that wouldn't look out of place on a gloomy office wall, where motivation goes to hide and inspiration calls in sick. Feeling hopeful after that shoot, but as we've seen, clearly clueless, I opted to get some dinner. This place was good. So good, I forgot to film it. Partial success, I'd say. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see when we get the photos developed and what have you developed. Who's developing photos nowadays? Where did that come from? Anyway, yeah, first time sleeping in the Tesla. I'll let you know how it is tomorrow. Good morning. Actually slept a lot better than I expected last night on that mattress in the back of the car. We used about 12% of the battery, which is to be expected. The outside temperature was around 27 degrees Celsius and I had it set up in here at 19. Anyway, enough of that. The sunrise is in about half an hour. We're going to head to Cape Point and see if we can capture it. I've just got to the area that I want to set up my camera for the sunrise, and I've got this sign here saying area closed, bird use area. Entering this area is a violation of state and federal law. I have no way of working out now how I can get looking east for the sunrise without having to drive several miles up the road. I've come just up the road to the old Lighthouse beach access, and unfortunately it looks like the sun is going to be completely obscured by the clouds, so I could have had another 2 hours in bed. But a miserable start to day two. We're now heading to Avon Pier, which is a bit of a crooked, wonky pier by the looks of it on Google. Avon Pier. Welcome to America's pier. So it's 20 past 8 in the morning, beach is quiet. I'm on the wonkiest pier in America. There's a real nice atmosphere here as well. Quite quiet, calm. I managed to get a good long exposure, capturing all the seaweed, and it worked quite well. The problem I've got now, however, is the tide's going out. I don't know, I'm just going to hang around here for a bit longer. Come on, sea, for goodness sakes. Just, all you have to do is just get from like there to there. I'd arrived probably 10 minutes earlier, it would have been fine. I would have got the shot. Oh, here we go, here we go. And I've got absolutely soaked. Unbelievable. 20 minutes I've waited for that shot. And I've got absolutely soaked. Look at that, he's done it. Got back just in time, and now it's absolutely peeing it down. This could affect the plans for the next couple of hours, so I'm just going to sit tight in the car. This is precisely what I mean about coming to the Outer Banks in the summer. It's either roasting hot and really humid and sticky and unpleasant, or you just have these storms and showers that pass through. You're not guaranteed the good weather, and yet you're paying 2, 3, 4 times the price as it is out of season. I mean, if you have the option, I would recommend coming out of season and supporting all the local businesses throughout the year, rather than everyone just coming in a 2-month window and everywhere's sold out, everywhere's full, and they're having to turn away business. Spread the love for the local businesses, spread the love throughout the year. You'll probably help them out more in the long term. That's what I think. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I wouldn't say this is the most picturesque beach. The sand is kind of mixed with mud. There's someone's sock next to all the mud, twigs, and about 150 people just enjoying it. I feel like saying if they just went like half a mile that way, there is a nice white sand beach they could be on. The best thing is the further I go over here, the further away I get from all those mud tourists. This is a great few mile walk where you're guaranteed to see some turtles, lots of birds, and it's all boardwalk and the concrete paths, so you don't need to worry about getting muddy. I saw 1 bird and 1 dragonfly. I've come at 2 in the afternoon when most nature is seeking shelter from the heat. You should probably come here, I recommend, early in the morning or late in the evening. It's free. They've got some toilets and a gift shop. Well worth it. Now this next place we're visiting is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. My glasses have steamed up. It's the weather. I'm not that excited. If you're an aviation nerd, or if you just have any reason to be around these parts, is a must. You can drive your ATV across the beach, you can go swimming, cycling, hiking, you can drink yourself until the world blurs and then watch it all come back into focus in front of the most stunning sunset. But that's not the real reason I came here. That is the real reason. Flight nowadays has shrunk continents, it fuels economies, it's helped the Allies win wars, and on weekends like this weekend it brings families together. And all of that, every bombing mission, every flight home, every middle seat between 2 fat people, all started right here in this field with 2 guys, a shed and a mad idea. The Outer Banks is known for its beaches, it's known for its beauty, but in my eyes, the greatest gift the Outer Banks ever gave us was a gift of flight. So what am I giving the Wright Brothers Memorial Museum? I'm giving it a solid 10 out of 10. And that's because I'm a massive plane nerd. I like planes. It's only $10 to get in. It's pretty interesting. You can easily kill at least an hour. Come and visit. see this right here. This is Jockey Ridge State Park. Now, you might not have heard of Jockey Ridge State Park before, but apparently it has some of the biggest sand dunes on the East Coast. So I thought we'll drop by. It's free, which is always a good thing. I thought we'll check it out. Look at this guy reversing it, just pull forward, pull forward. Spaces here, you could fit a small English village in. Oh, that's not park. There we go. I just checked out the visitor centre. They had some wild taxidermy in there. One thing I've noticed about the US, I've been to quite a few national parks now. They love a boardwalk. There's a lot of lighthouses. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't take you to the one down at Cape Point because it's under construction at the moment, or reconstruction. But there's one lighthouse that caught my eye when doing my research as to where to come, and it's right here. It's called Bodie Island Lighthouse. I reckon coming here for sunset may have been one of my best ideas yet. Of course, it wouldn't be a tourist attraction without a boardwalk, but here's the start of the show. So I've just been up there, taking a look at the wildlife lookout. I didn't even see a dragonfly this time. Anyway, walking back, I've just come across this view here. And this may well just be the composition I was looking for. A nice symmetrical reflection, and then you've got this leading line that takes us directly to it. And the sun is setting just over there. You know, after taking that picture of Bodie Island Lighthouse, I got in the car and I thought, you know what? I'm going home. And that's nothing to do with the Outer Banks. I'd just seen absolutely everything there was for me to see. It's the only other thing I think that would have been probably worthwhile to see is the wild horses. But they were all fully booked, being the weekend that it was. But hey, listen, if you're still tuned in, there are millions of videos you could be watching on YouTube, and you've chose to spend the last however many minutes listening to me, and I appreciate that. If you do like it, hit subscribe, and then that'll give me a good indication that what I'm saying isn't all rubbish and that actually people are getting something from it. So thank you again. I'm going to finish this charge now, and I've got the final 129 miles to get home, and hopefully you'll hear from me again soon. See ya!